Right then lads, today, let's have it. Transfer talk video. A lot has happened at Newcastle at the minute. No yapping about the intros, about like and subscribe. We're getting straight into the big news. Lots has happened this week for Newcastle, and even more news. We're going to start off, we'll start off with Trippier. Apparently Bayern have made 2 or 3 approaches to sign Trippier, obviously for Bayern Munich, and it looks like they've all been rejected, and he will stay at Newcastle United, which is, I don't know, I've seen fans on Twitter say a lot. It's either, put it this way, it's either you get £12 million now to help out, or you get nothing but you keep Kieran Trippier. He's 33 years old. I don't, if we were going to sell him even next season or the season after, I don't think you're going to get a lot considering he's 35. I think he either goes to Bayern when he should have just then, or he stays in Newcastle. He's a Newcastle player probably for the rest of his career. That's the way I would personally look at it. The club wanted to keep Eddie and the club wanted to keep Kieran Trippier, which I completely understand. He's the captain of the club when Lascelles doesn't play. He's been unreal. He was probably arguably the best signing of the since the takeover. He was the first one and probably one of the best ones, and you kind of doubt him for what he's done for this football club. Over the years we've always needed a good right back. We've always struggled to get a good right back. Before Trippier, from the top of my head, the best right back we probably had was, honestly, probably Danny Simpson. Thinking of it, I can't really think of anyone better. Yedlin definitely wasn't better than Danny Simpson, and Emil Kraft. There was loads of people, but we're finally stable the right back, and I think Kieran Trippier will probably stay at Newcastle now. It's either you get 12 million now, or you keep him for the rest of his career. So one of them. Next one, Miguel Almiron. You don't know what to believe. Now it's been said on Sky as of yet. Apparently Lee Ryder, he wants to stay at Newcastle. According to other reporters, there's been an agreement with Al Shabab, if I'm saying that right. I don't know what I believe about the Almiron situation. I think if, looking at the team, obviously I think everyone knows my verdict on Almiron. It's obviously not pleasant, not great, but I think if we are going to sell anyone, it is Almiron. I think it's the only player in that team that is reasonable in selling. I think he can do well at a better team, but it's where he goes, he wants to stay, but I don't think Maxi wanted to leave and go to Saudi Arabia, in my opinion. I don't think he did, but I think he knew he had to do what's best for the football club, and unfortunately it hasn't really worked out. Obviously he's done well at Saudi, but it's not really worked out in the sense of Newcastle in the position and whatnot. It's just because he wants to stay, does he deserve to stay? I don't know, it's not my place to call or anything like that. So Miggy, obviously any updates happens, you'll see it on my Instagram story. I do always post as much as I can on there. But Almiron, would I sell him? Yes. Are we going to sell him? Probably not. I don't think we're going to sell anyone. But Callum Wilson, he's another one. He was approached by obviously Atletico Madrid on loan, which we were all flabbergasted at. And apparently if the right money came in for him, we would sell, which I thought was, it was like, fuck no, it's a bit mad. And then AC Milan came in for him, and then apparently AC Milan aren't going after him anymore because of they feel they're doing well up top this season and don't really need him, which is fair enough. But they approached Callum Wilson as well. He spoke to on his podcast for the BBC, I think, to Antonio, seen on Twitter, basically saying it's January, a lot of rumours happened and whatnot, and it's one of them. You can't really say or do anything about it. It's down to the player in the club. If the player doesn't want to leave and then the club agrees, then it's one of it's a bit like the Almiron situation. But does Callum Wilson really want to leave Newcastle? Probably not, but for the sake of the club and the future and how we are going to build. He's been at the club since 2020. We're coming up to 2024. Constantly injured. He's missed a third of his games in Newcastle due to injury. starting to get to the point where it's like, can Newcastle and can we take it anymore? It's one of them, but I don't know about the situation of Callum Wilson. Personally, if the right money came in for him, I would sell. Personally, I wouldn't want to sell to a Premier League club because it is just written in the stars that he would do well against us. But who's for me to judge? Callum Wilson, I don't know. News, it was on TalkSport mostly. Jamal Lascelles has been linked to a move to Besiktas. If that's true or not, he's had that move linked a couple of times now, but now it's really being set in stone about it. Now it's really being said on Sky Sports, so I can't really say me verdict on that. Obviously, like I think Eddie Howe said something on the lines if he wants to keep Jamal Lascelles at the club. Obviously, he's captain and whatnot, but these are the players if you're going to get money in for them in the FFP, and the issues that we've got. Newcastle aren't going to progress as a football club with having players in the squad who aren't going to play. If they're not going to be playing in the squad now that have got injuries and finishing in 10th in the league, I can't see us playing for the squad whatsoever. Obviously, the people still go on about how early the takeover was, and it's coming up to 3 years this year. We can't keep deflecting of the past because you can't dwell on the past. Yes, Jamal Lascelles has been a great servant for the club, but if the right money comes in, I'd let go, but it's one of them. And then apparently, which was a bit surprising, apparently Dubravka's considering his Newcastle career. Just when Nick Pope's injured, Dubravka wants to leave apparently, but you don't know what to believe. Apparently he's questioning his career at Newcastle and might move on. It's ever since that Man United loan move with Dubravka, I was always his big fan and I always stuck by him since day one. And then he went to Man United and I did lose a lot of respect for him, to be honest. He probably tried to do it for his career, but for me it was a weird move, and the way he was supporting them and that and whatnot. It's not really a one that I particularly like, but well, hey ho, it's not really my place to judge. Obviously we need Nick Pope back, but he's not come back till April. Don't know what to say about the Dubravka situation, but obviously with the loan players as well, obviously I think it's in the middle of February you've got to announce your Premier League squad, your 25-man squad, and obviously we have got injuries coming back, but what do you do with Isaac Hayden? Apparently Jeff Hendrick's coming back. You've got Ryan Fraser on loan doing extremely well for Southampton. I don't know, obviously he's found out with the manager and it's one of them. Kuel's out on loan. We've got Mint out on loan. Obviously we don't know if any of these players can come back through with their contracts with the club that they are at on loan, but it's one of them. Mad week for transfers, mad week for the toon and can Newcastle United bring somebody in. I'm speaking about players going out for once. At the minute it doesn't look like anyone's coming in, and Calvin Phillips is going to West Ham, so we've lost out on another signing. Looks like we're going to sign no one, and Newcastle probably have to wait until the summer to redevelop their squad. Make sure to leave a like, boys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would be nice if you could do so. I'll see you all in the next video, and any transfer talk videos and news will be out on the channel. Thank you very much, lads. I'll see you all in the next one.